This is how to make a supernova, and today you will become a texture god. So today we're going to talk about texture. Everything you can touch has texture. The floor, the walls, even your skin has texture. Exercise for you, try to think of something that doesn't have any texture. I'll wait. So maybe you're thinking something of glass or a mirror, but even that has texture. It is just very smooth. Today we're going to talk about making a rougher texture on XPS foam. So here I have a piece of XPS foam and it already has a very smooth texture. This texture would be great if you want to build a modern building that isn't damaged, that has just been there for maybe a few years, or the inside of a laboratory would be great for this texture. But if you want to build something older or more damaged, like a castle or a bunker, you need something more. And today I will teach you a few tricks to get that effect. My first tip requires a tool that is, well, actually very hard to find and very expensive. Only really pro builders have it. So I'll present to you the rock. Now this is just a normal rock I found in my garden, and I will show you why this is just a great tool to have. Of course, when you want a rocky texture, a rock is the greatest tool you can get. This is actually a rock I found in my garden. I guess in a forest or also in your garden or at the riverbed or something you can find different kind of rocks. And all the texture this rock has, you can press it into the foam. I will show you a little bit later. So the rock you want to find should have small, dense, light texture, not too heavy, but this one is just great. An even more exotic special tool is a tinfoil ball. Like this stone, this tinfoil ball has some great texture on it, and the great positive thing about tinfoil is that you can make the ball larger or smaller, just what you need for your project. So, the mighty rock. I'm going to show you how this works. It's actually very easy. Just pick a side with the texture you want for your foam and just press it in. I'm not sure if you can see it already, but it already has some very nice texture. What you do not want to do is copy the same movement again and again, because here you can see this pattern, and your brain is actually very good at recognizing patterns. So what you want to do is press, turn a little bit, press, turn a little bit, press, or turn your foam is also okay. So you get different kinds of patterns, different kind of textures in your foam. If you want, you can push very, very hard. This is of a more damaged feel or a more medieval feel, less refined. But you can also push a little bit softer for a smoother finish. Then the tinfoil ball works the same way as the stone. Push and turn a little bit, push and turn a little bit, push and turn a little bit. The stone will give you bigger, heavier texture. The tinfoil ball will give you softer textures, much more smaller. But I think these work the best when you combine them. So first, normally I use this stone for some heavy texture, and then I come in with my tinfoil ball for the softer texture. So here you have the softer texture, and here you have the heavy duty texture. And maybe you're thinking, well, okay, now I have my texture, so what? Well, the next step, when you paint it, you really see the magic. This first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pick a dark paint and give everything a base coat. So you already can see the texture right now. And the next step, what we are going to do is dry brushing. With dry brushing, you take a brush and you put some paint on it. Right now we have some dark gray paint. You take a piece of paper and wipe most of it off. Like that. And then you take your brush and you just brush over it very slightly. You don't want to paint everything in dark gray, but you want to touch the most sticking out parts. Now we're going to take a lighter gray paint and repeat the process. Make sure you don't put paint everywhere where you just put dark gray paint. So you want to see the black, you want to see the dark gray paint, and now lighter gray paint. Now, when you use a lighter type of gray or any other color, try to hit less so you can see all the other shades of gray you added before. And for my final highlight, I use a smaller brush to just touch up some little details. So basically what you do is when you have your texture, just build it up with layers of dry brushing. I use a dark, but you can use any dark color as a base coat, and then lighten it up a bit, and then lighter and lighter and lighter. Just make sure you touched less part of your project so you can see all the layers you've put down, and then you will have a great result. If you made it until the end of the video, that means that you are now officially a texture god. And here's your texture god badge. I hope you liked my video. Please like and subscribe because there are more videos coming your way. And maybe in the meantime you should check out one of these. See you next time.